Are you able to see my screen, right?
Good, sir.
So our yesterday's topic was static keyword. Static keyword means it is belongs to class A, it is not belongs to the object. So we can use static keyword with the instance variables, method, inner class and a static block. And also, what is the main purpose of the static? It will save the memory because every time we no need to create a object. One time only it will allocate the memory. We can reuse that same object. So for variables, we can share the common data with all objects. And for method, we no need to create a object. We can call by using class name itself. So these are the important points you have to remember related to static, and these are the some tricky interview questions. Can static method access the non-static variables? Yesterday we saw no, practically we did it is a compiler throwing error. Then also, can static method access static variable? Yes. Can we have the static constructors? No. So can we override the static method? No, we cannot. Can we call static method using object? Yes, we can call, but it will show the warning. So today I am going to start a new topic, string. So we covered all the oops concepts. Oops completed from yesterday's class itself. Very important oops and the string also. Next we have collections. These topics are very important. Then string. String means this one some 70 to 80% mostly we are using in real time because lot of fields we are going to store in string only when compared to numeric fields. Strings we will use more field, more instance variables. So this is also very important in interview point of view as well as in real time programming. So first point, what is a string? String is a non-primitive data type. So non-primitive data type means, so primitive data type means it will have some fixed size. Non-primitive means it doesn't have fixed size. So non-primitives are string, arrays, those things, and user defined classes we discussed initially while discussing data types. So string is a non-primitive data type. And next thing, string is a sequence of characters. So sequence of characters. How we are going to store the string value inside the double quotes? So inside the double quotes, what we have? Characters. So here we are adding the characters sequentially. That is the meaning here. Sequence of characters. String is a sequence of characters. And the next point, string is a class. So it is also one class. You can see here. So this is the class. So this is the final class. I will explain you why they did final. And also it implements a serializable, comparable, char sequence, constantable. These all are interfaces. So class can implement interfaces. Class can extend a class or abstract class. So string is a class. It contains properties, methods, those things. Then another important point, string is an immutable object. Immutable object. The string is an immutable object. Immutable means once created, we cannot change that value. Immutability. We'll discuss those things. So today, what I am going to cover in today's class, string introduction and next thing. So we have one topic called this is one memory name string constant pool. String constant pool. Next, why string is immutable and why string is a final class. And also double equal to operator versus dot equal to method. These are the topics we are going to cover today. Any doubt? So now the string introduction. String is a non-primitive data type. Non-primitive means it will not have the fixed one. Doesn't have the size. And it is a sequence of character. String contains a sequence of character and it is a class. That class contains some properties and behavior. We are going to use that method. String have so many methods. I will explain you few methods, not everything. So you can refer remaining methods. If you whatever the important methods I will cover in the tomorrow's class methods we will discuss. Then string is an immutable object. So in interview, if they ask me, so what is string, you explain these 4 points. Then how many ways we can create a string next. So we can create two ways. One is using new keyword. Another one literal. String literal. Literal means we provided, right? Double quotes. That is the literal. So this is using a new keyword. So literal means string. This is the literal. This is the new keyword. We can create a string in two ways. One is using new keyword. Another one is by using literal. Then next one, we have three classes related to string. One is string. Already we know. Another one is string buffer. So this is also class, it will also store the string values. Then string builder. Here in interview, we have one important question. What is the difference between these three? So all are going to store the string values, but have the some difference. That is we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. So these are the string classes: string buffer, string builder. And next, so this is about the introduction, string introduction. We can see this one, string constant pool. What is string constant pool? Before going this topic, string constant pool means, so you clear, right? String introduction, you have to remember all these points. String constant pool means it's a one type of memory. So in JVM, we have different types of memories. So memory area, we will call it as a memory areas in Java. So method area is also one of the important interview question. What are the memory areas available in Java? Second one, heap area. Third one, stack. Method. Overall, we have five: method area, heap area, stack area, PC register. Then fifth one, native method area. So these two, it will save related to that multi-threading, those things. But as of now, we can discuss these three. So mostly these three will useful for us. This two also useful, but internally it will take care. We no need to that much aware on these two things. Just what is this method areas are storing, like that we need to remember. So this method area will store the static variables, those things it will store. Static variable, right? Static variable. And heap area. So heap area means it will store the object creations. So objects and instance variables. So instance variables and this is a string constant pool. Initially, this string constant pool is available in method area only. Later they changed. After 1.6 or 1.7, they moved to heap area, the string constant pool area. So stack area will store a local variable. Local variable means inside the method we are defining, right? Those things are local variable. And currently we are calling, right, method, which method it is running, those things, those information it will store. Current running method. So these three are the important memory areas we should aware. Heap area will store objects and instance variable and a string constant pool. Now we are going to discuss about a string constant pool. What is string constant pool means? String constant pool, or another name is, we have two names for this. String constant pool or a string literal pool. String literal pool. So two names for this string constant pool or string literal pool. What is this one means? It's a special area in a heap memory. A special area which is used to store the only string values. It will not allow to store other values. Only string it will store. A special area in heap memory. So I will write one diagram here. For example, you can consider this as a heap area. Then inside we have one string constant pool. So this is a heap. This one SCP. This one heap area. This one is the SCP string constant pool. Like that, it will be there. Now we will see some example on this. Then you can understand what is this string constant pool, what is this heap area. I will create a new package here. New package com dot global neochain dot string. So new class called we'll use main method here. Class name I am giving as a test. So how many ways we mentioned string we can define in two ways, right? First one is a string name equal to string. String name equal to new string. So here, for example, I am giving Java. So one Java value I am storing in this reference variable. This is the local variable, right? Inside the method I am defining. So here what happen means if you are creating string by using new keyword, it will create a two objects here. So here it will create a one object, that is a reference name is a name, right? Here inside the memory heap area, it will store that value Java. So this is the reference name is a name, right? We given the reference name is name. Then what happen inside this string constant pool, it will create a that same name Java. So if you are creating a string with the help of new keyword means it will create a two objects. It will create a two objects here. One is in heap memory, another one is the SCP, string constant pool. Both are memories. So string constant pool is available only inside the heap only. It will store only the string value. It will not allow other data type values. Then this one, it will refer, it is not having any reference name. By defaultly, compiler will provide one reference name. It will refer by using that. For example, again, I am creating name1 equal to new string. This time what happened? In the heap memory, again it will create a one more object, because for new keyword every time it will create a one object. Now this is reference name is name1. Now in string constant pool, it won't create. It will check if the same literal is available, means if the same string is available, means it will reuse that one. Now you can see here, if you are creating the new object, means every time it will create a new object. Because of this, your application will become heavy, because every time you are creating new object, then it will allocate some memory. Due to this, your application size will increase. If the application size was increased, means your application performance will reduce. So here what this string constant pool will do, so mostly we will prefer, instead of new keyword, we will choose a string literal. String, for example, n equal to some name. So programming. Now what happen means, it will create only in the string constant pool. If you are creating, so programming, now it will create only it will create only in the string constant pool or string literal pool. So you can see the difference here. If you are using new keyword, means it will create a two objects. If you are using literal, means it will create a one object here. Because of this, what happen? It will this every time if you are going to create, means object, means it is allocating new memory, right? It will not allocate. For example, if again you have the same value, this time it will refer this one only. Again it won't create. So here by using literals, we can save our memory also. This is clear, right? Memory and how many ways we can create the string. So next I will explain you this one. Now string introduction, string constant pool, you are clear. Clear, right? Any doubts you have? See, why string is immutable? Why means, for example, I have this one. So control V, name dot. So concat. Concat is the one of the method, string method. Already we discussed one day about this. Here I will give Java programming language. Now we will print the name. What it will print, we can see. Sys out name. Run as a Java application. Now you can see here Java only it is printing. This value it is not printing. Name dot concat we use. I need the output Java programming language, but it is not printing. Here what happened? Here only this immutability concept will come. Immutability means once we created, we cannot change. That is only right. I explained immutability. Immutability means once created, it value cannot be changed. So you can see here the string got created and we are unable to change. When it is going to change means, for example, I will do here name equal to name dot concat. Now, if you are doing in this way means again it will create a new object. Now you can see the output. Run as now Java programming language. It is concatenated. Previously, it is not concatenated. So here immutability will come. Here, if you are using name equal to name dot means again it will create a new object in the heap memory as well as there in the SCP. So here it will create one object, then here also one object. So I will explain you little about immutability. For example, you have here. So this one you can practice a small program only, right? I will send you in chat. I will show you another example why the immutability is required. Now immutability means you are clear, right? Once it is created, we cannot change the value. If we are creating new object, then it will change. For the same object, same reference we change, it will not change. So why this feature they provided for string means, for example, we have one class called student. Here I will create a string. So each student in one city. For example, I am telling string city, string city equal to, for example, Nellore. Then this is for a student one. String city one equal to NELL ORE Nellore. Now this student also belongs to, second student also belongs to same city. Similarly, we have some students. For example, city student 3 also belongs to Nellore. Student 4 belongs to some other city. For example, Chennai. Then now you can tell me here how many objects or where these values will store. In which area? Heap area or a string constant pool area? In this area or in heap area? you there? String literal. By using string literal, where the value will store, in which area?
Constant pool area.
So string constant pool area. Here, now we are discussing about the immutability. For example, here it is have Nellore, right? If I have multiple students within a same city, now what happen in string constant pool? It will create a only one object only. Only one value will be there in the string constant pool, that is belongs to Nellore. So if every time you are creating new literal, but you are assigning same values, means that time it will refer this Nellore only. It will not refer this one. Now for this student, you are changing means this will create a new one. Lateral student 3 you are changing to Chennai. Now one time only, right? It will create a. Now this first two students are belongs to Nellore. Now student 3 initially he is a Nellore. Now you change it to Chennai. Now what happen if it is modified this Nellore to Chennai means student 3 you modified, right? If it is modified Nellore to Chennai means the data will be wrong, right? These two students belongs to Nellore, and this student initially he is Nellore and he moved to Chennai. Now you are changing this student city to Chennai. That time, if remaining student city also change it to Chennai means that is wrong information, right? So that is the purpose. Once this immutability concept is work, once it is created, it will not change. If you change means it will be wrong information. Now it will create one new reference here. So Chennai will come. Clear, right? Immutability. Immutability means once it is created, its value cannot be changed. If they change means that will become wrong information. Clear, right? Any doubt in the immutability? So string object, why it is immutable means because in the string pool already we will have the literal that will share the multiple references. So here we have multiple references, right? So same students belongs to the same city. If you changed for the third student to Chennai means then if you change that value in the string constant pool means automatically these two students also will refer that Chennai only. Then that is the wrong information. Because of that, we are not string is immutable. It should not affect other references. Clear, right? This topic. Then I will explain you next topic here. Next topic, why string class is final. So this is the string class, right? This is provided by Java only. We are not created any new class here, but they used as a final class. What is the final keyword? Already we discussed, right, in the earlier classes. What is final keyword? Final keyword. Not aware. Final keyword. Hmm? Day before yesterday only, right? We discussed about final keyword. Today itself you remember not remembering anything. You forgot everything. So final is a non-access modifier. Correct, right? Non-access. Hmm? I think you forgot. How f- we can use final with which we can use with the variable, method, and a class. If you are using final keyword with variable means that variable will become constant. So we cannot change the value. So it will become constant. And also with method means we cannot override that method. We cannot override final method. And for final class, we cannot inherit. So here already they define lot of methods, right? In string we have so many methods. So you can see here, these all are methods. So these are the important method. Length is empty. So these some methods are important. I will explain you few methods. So many methods we have. Index of hash code. See all are this substring, count, concat, replace, contains, split, two lowercase, two uppercase, trim, strip, blank, two string. So value of these things are so many methods are there. If they remove this final means what you will do, you will inherit this class, you will override their methods. Because of that purpose, they used this final keyword. If you override means that functionality you will not have. If you are overriding that method, you will change logic means. Because of this reason, they provided the final keyword. If you know the final keyword purpose, then you can able to easily answer that question. Why string class is final means if you are using final keyword, uh, then we cannot inherit that class. So here string is the predefined class which was provided by Java. It will have some functionalities. User should not override those functionalities. Because of that reason, they used the final keyword. You have to answer like that. So I will explain you up again one more time this one because very important concept string. So string, what is string? String is a non-primitive data type. Non-primitive means it doesn't have any fixed size. And also string is a sequence of character. So it will be in a sequential order. Inside the double quotes you are providing, right? The value it will be in one by one character. Then string is a class which contains properties and behavior. String is an immutable object. Immutability means once it is created, we cannot change that value. That is the immutability. And how many ways we can create a string by using new keyword and by using a literal. By using new keyword means it will create a two object here. Then memory will consume. Because of this, our application performance will reduce. Every time if you are allocating memory means automatically your size of application will increase. Then performance also will decrease. So mostly preferable one with the help of literal you can create the string. Then how many types we have in string? String buffer, string builder. These three things we can explain. I will explain you tomorrow. We can discuss tomorrow. Then next point, string constant pool. String constant pool means inside the heap area we have one special memory which is used to store the string literals only. It will not allow to store the other things. Here in new keyword also we are creating, right? Inside the new keyword we are providing, right? Here this is the literal. Hmm? Whatever the double quotes we are providing, that is the literal. Because of this only, in the new, by using new keyword it will create one object, right? That will store in the heap memory. Here in literal is there, right? This literal will store in the again in the constant pool, string constant pool. That is the purpose it will create two objects. If you are assigning directly like this means it will not create two objects. It will create only one thing in the string constant pool directly. Here we are not using any new keyword, right? So that is the purpose. And next one, already immutability means we discussed why, what is the immutability, why we need. So if you have the same student in same city, lateral he is moving to Chennai means if you change, if you modifying that particular means if existing students will affect, because of that it will create a new object there in the string constant pool. That old value will be there only. And why string is final class means if they not provided as a final class means you will override, you will inherit that class and you will override the string methods, then you will change the logic. Because of that they not provided as a normal class, so they introduced it as a final class. And the next one, double equal to versus dot equals. This question you can expect in any interview. What is the double equal to? What is the dot equals? So for example, we have right here two things we have. First, I will compare here with the double equal to. How can I compare? I will use inside the sysout city is equal to, so double equal to operator, we have right operators, that is only double equal to operator city 1. Now what will be the input here? So it will return true or false only. Now you can tell me based on this value what it will return, true or false. So both are Nellore only, right? City 1 also Nellore, city 2 also Nellore, then it will return true only. You can see true, both are equal. This value also equal, this value also equal. Now same thing I will create with the help of string city. Already we have reference variable, right? It won't allow. This time I will create with the new keyword, new string. Now here I will provide a literal value, same Nellore only I am providing. Similarly, I will create a city 3, same Nellore only. Now you can see here sysout city 2 is equal to city 3. Now you can tell me what will be the output here. For this we got a true, right? This one what we will get, true or false?
True.
True will get a, let's check this one, run as a Java application. So we got false. So here you have to understand this concept. Here it is checking a string literal value. Here it will compare this reference. So in string constant pool, it will create only one reference, right? But if you are using new keyword, it will create two references. So for example here, Nellore have means it will have two reference names. Then it will compare this reference memory address. It will compare double equal to will compare memory address. That time for new keyword, that memory address will change every time. Can you explain in Telugu? Why Telugu? My English is that much difficult. సో ఇక్కడ టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసింది కదా, నెల్లూరు అని టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. టూ నేమ్స్కి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యొక్క రెఫరెన్స్ వచ్చి సిటీ1 సిటీ2. అప్పుడు ఈ రెఫరెన్స్ని కంపేర్ చేస్తుంది. డబుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు అనేది రెఫరెన్స్ని కంపేర్ చేస్తుంది. అదే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ సేమ్ నేను డాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు మెథడ్ యూస్ చేస్తాను. సిస్ అవుట్ సిటీ dot equals, so dot equals also belongs to which method? This is the object method. How I am getting this object method? Because object is the parent class. Object is the parent class in Java. So by default, string also will extend that class. That will take care by JVM. City2 dot equals to city3. Now what will be the output? Can anyone guess this one? So output will be true because you can see here this is out got true, right? This one double equal to will compare the memory address. Here we have two object. For each object memory address is differ. That is the reason we got here false. Here dot equals means it will compare the value. It will not check the memory address. So the difference between double equal to and dot equals method, double equal to is the operator, dot equals is the method. So if you are comparing with this means double equal to will check the memory reference. Dot equals to will check the exact value. Dot equal to will check the exact value. 1 minute, I am getting one call. I am back. So you can check here double equal to will compare memory reference. So you can remember this question. What is the difference between double equal to operator, dot equal to operator means you can explain this one. Double equal to will compare the memory reference, dot equals method will compare the exact value. So this value will compare. Now you can see here another one. So we have right with literal and with new keyword. Here what I will do, this city, this one right, this is the literal, double equal to city2. This is the new keyword. Now what will be the output here? Can anyone guess? Answer also you know now. What double equal to will do? It will compare memory reference, right? Now for literal pool, it will have one memory reference value. For new keyword, it will have one memory reference value. So my answer, I am expecting false. Your side, you can see here. So now you can understand, right? Now the same thing, I will use that equals city dot equals city2. So this is literal, this is the new keyword. Now what will be the answer? True or false? True,
True.
right? Value it will check. So in interviews, they will give this types of snippets, code snippets. And they will ask you what is the output. Then you have to explain carefully what they are used. Double equal to they used, dot equals to they used. Double equal to means it will compare the memory address, memory reference. Dot equal to means it will compare the value content. Hmm? Clear, right? This concept. Have any doubts in this concept, sir? So what I mentioned, I covered everything for you for today's class. Can practice these things like how we practice it here. Similarly, you can practice it. Tomorrow we will see the few methods, string buffer, string builder, difference between the string buffer, string builder, and some methods, some interview questions. Clear? So that concatenation, everything you check. Immutability, how it is there, and double equal to dot equals, those things. Tomorrow we will check some string methods and then string difference between string builder and string buffer. Fine, right? After that we will see some real time this interview programs only. So important in interviews they will ask string coding questions. we can wind up today's session.